Hey gang, welcome to my channel. What do we got here? February 28th, 2018. Howdy y'all. Just gonna bring up the chat here momentarily. And yeah, figured we'd go on today and do some repairs and setups on this guy. Sorry if it sounds a little far off. I got a used phone to shoot with, and it's a little further back, so you'll be able to see on my workbench here. There we are. Let's bring that up. And so yeah, I'm gonna do a nut replacement, polish the frets, clean the fretboard. What else? Probably do some intonation work on it. So here, just pause that video so we're not using up all the bandwidth. There we got, who's that? Bruce? We got Bruce in the house. We got Jim Guidry in the house. Awesome. So yeah, I picked this up, what, 2 weeks ago, I guess? Yeah, maybe we'll do some work on the back of the neck too while I'm looking at it. Yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes and go from there. Hey, dry heat. So the first thing we got here, hey, it's Adam EVH. My little Planet Waves device. Love this thing. Great for traveling. Alright. I hope they had that. I think that angle should work, eh guys? Yeah, that might work out quite well. Got a little area to move back and forth and stuff. And of course we can move stuff around. So I'm just gonna got a nice little face cloth I always carry in my backpack for when I'm gigging, when you get all sweaty, and it's nice to wipe down your hands and face and guitars and anything else. So just put that under here. Everybody's saying howdy. We got, yeah, Adam EVH, Bruce, Jim Guidry, Dry Heat. Awesome. So yeah, I'm not, by no means I'm an expert. I'm just a broke musician that does the work on his own guitars because I'm affordable. You can see one thing already, the old Tune-O-Matic bridges, you got your adjustment screws. It doesn't really matter which way they go on. I prefer to have the screws facing the pickup. I find it's a little easier to get at when adjusting the intonation. This one's turned around the other way, so right there, definitely gonna take care of that. Oh man, I got the shakes today. I think I had too much coffee this morning. Ooh. Did you see that, folks? Broke the string while backing it off. Broke the string while Jeez, wow. How is that even possible? So, what do we got here? I own 2 Mockingbirds over the years and found them very neck heavy. Your opinion? I haven't actually tried it with a strap yet. Balance-wise, it seems okay in my lap. Nothing like an SG or something like that. I can't play an SG. Well, these frets are pretty dented, but I'm not going to go over that today because I don't have a crowning file. That's something Rich has. Oh man. And typical, yeah, there's something else we're going to go over right off the bat. Let's see already. Things to check and do, I'm not saying I do all this, what I'm about to do today, every time I do a string change, but I don't know, every third time. Let's see, get these out here. Come on. I'll keep these. Do I want a top wrap? I won't bother top wrapping this one today. Yeah, watch your eye. No kidding. And silence. All right. got here? Right? Put his name in the question so he'll notice while he works. Yeah. Oh, a metal stage in there. Hey, Center, you got a USA Mockingbird. Great guitars. Yeah, there's not a lot of them around in the area, so I figure why not grab it. Oh, of course, I get work messages at the same time. I'm off today, guys, so I just want to show you guys something here. I'll flip around the camera. There we go. So as you can see, these frets, oh jeez, today, guys, look at these people. Terrible. And as you can see, the adjustments to the back, I'm gonna flip that 180. So I prefer it that way. Alright, man, I got the shades. Let's see if now I set this up without my camera falling down behind the workbench. Yay! Alright. This off. Ooh, she is dirty, that's for sure. So, because we're going to be working with steel wool, cheap masking tape. Come on, guys. Is this what the whole event's going to be like? Don't really need to cover the rear pickup, but why not? Just in case we have the old, it's just a flying. Bruce was off having lunch with his woman. Always nice. Of course, your tape doesn't have to be perfect. And yeah, actually, let's go for this tape. Any old tape will do. Masking tape never hurts your finish. Unless you somehow totally mess it up. I don't know how you could. I prefer cheap dollar store tape because it doesn't stick too well, and I don't care because it's only temporary anyways. Oh, Dry Heat asked a question back a ways. All right, hang on. Yes, we covered that, Bruce, about being neck heavy. I assume that's what you're talking about. Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. Now, it could be the difference because this thing being a really cheap one, it's plywood, so plywood can affect the balance. Actually, let's go back to the thick stuff. And you know what? Since we're there, let's find a little screwdriver. Of course, one of the first things I need. Oh, there it is. That's all good, Bruce. I'm just assuming you're into the scotch already. Now, I can't really check the straightness of the neck other than eyeballing it, because I don't have one of those fancy straight edges that you can, that has the notches for in between the frets. Man, I want one of them so bad. So bad. Richie and me are talking about going in on some together. Maybe, like, he'll buy the Fender scale length, I'll buy the Gibson scale length. Oh, there we go. There we go. I already dropped my phone down once, and it was a pain. So, all right, took that off, and let's see here. Yeah, that sounded good, didn't it? What am I looking for? I think I can work a bit of a block. That'll work. And I need a striking device. Yeah, I should have thought of that beforehand, shouldn't I? Earbuds. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. Oh, David Ennis. Awesome. Hey, David. Glad you made it. All right. I don't recommend using one of these normally on a guitar. It's what I have handy. One nut removed. Ooh. Oh yeah. Two little dabs on the ends. I don't know if you can see that. They barely used any glue. Oh yeah, there's next to nothing. Oh, okay. Well, they did run a bead along the end of the fretboard. I'll clean that up and put that aside. Yes, action-packed, folks. Watching me tape that fretboard. See, I was thinking, you know, most of the time when you see the videos on this stuff, there's, what do they call it, the time lapse, where someone will tape the first one or two, and next thing you know, it's all taped up. There you go. Well, I don't really have the option to do that. Well, I could pre-record and then edit, but I don't like editing. I like going for that live aspect. So, you're going to have to bear with me. And I realize, yeah, I'm kind of off camera. Well, that's fine. You don't need to see me. So what I'm doing is just placing one edge as close as I can to the fret. Smooth that down. Run my finger against the next fret, fingernail right against it. Take my X-Acto knife, which is great with the shakes. Just aim at an angle so it's right up against the fret. Peel away. And then find which one this will fit in nicely. Let's go with that one. No, that one. There. Am I missing anything? Awesome. You guys are action-packed. Yeah, so I figured do this live. That way, like, I don't know about you guys, but I've watched tons of repair videos. A couple of Canadian guys, Dave's World Fun Stuff. Love Dave. Although he is rather potty mouthed, but I love it because he swears like a Canuck. And also Widesso's guitar mods out of Ottawa. Nelson there. I like his stuff. Some people do, some people don't. But I don't care. I learn something, but the only thing is I find watching those videos, from time to time you have a question on something, but you can't ask because it's not live. This way, if you guys have a question or you want a closer look at something, let me know. So my question is, how many of you guys watching actually do this stuff on your guitars, and how many of you take it to somebody to do? I'm curious. Isn't it magical as you get closer this way, it gets closer that way for them fitting? Curve this up a little bit, but then again, I don't care. It's good. The frets will be better than they were, and they're dented anyways, so we'll see what we can do. So this is specifically for the fret wire. Yeah. And actually, there's like no frets, but we'll go over that as well. The nut's going to be the fun part, because I've only ever installed one nut in my life, and that was when I accidentally knocked one off one of my Epiphone Les Pauls. So I quickly did a 101, and then I was also scolded by Richie for the type of glue I used to glue in the nut. Apparently crazy glue is not correct. I'm not going to use the correct glue again today. I'm not using crazy glue. but I am going to use a milder adhesive. Rich was telling me he likes to use just regular white Elmer's craft glue, whatever. Well, it doesn't have to be Elmer's, but you guys know what I mean. Just the, you know, white glue from back in the day at school. Or even a glue stick he's used in the past. Yeah, good enough. Oh no, I was going to do that after. Alright, here I am thinking to myself constantly. Yeah, we'll get one more out of this roll. So Bruce does his own work. Yeah. Well, I find even, you know, you guys that do your own work, you may even have, you know, maybe I do something a little different than you do it, and you pick up a little tip, or you guys may have a suggestion and give me the tip on how to do it. Nothing wrong with that. It's all about sharing knowledge, right? Learning, guys. Come on. Oh, of course you did. You want to be a bugger. And now we'll switch to the other tape. Which I could have done apparently on the previous fret. Sorry for all the silence, guys. I'm just trying to think. I don't know how much you can narrate this, you know, as you're doing it, right? So, how many of you guys were watching Johnny Bean's show last night? I had a blast. He was nice enough to have me back on. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. Hope to do it again sometime. Bruce says, Johnny Bean was rocking last night. Yeah. Yes, he was. Jeez, we went, what, 2.5 hours, I think it was? It was crazy. I think we got up to 70 people were watching at one point. Crazy, I tell you. Crazy. Oh, we got Michael Bishop in the house. Michael, glad you could tune in. We got here 6 watching and 5 thumbs ups. Thanks, guys. You guys must think I'm doing an awesome job of taping a fretboard. Like I say, all I'm trying to do with this video is do some stuff, spread some what little knowledge I have, and let's just hope this video doesn't end with me boxing up this thing and taking it to Richie's place, pleading with him to finish the repair. So, actually, I'm taking a guitar to him tomorrow. Well, in advance of tomorrow night's show, Canucks with Guitars, the big shoe, the big weekly shoe on the channel here. Got my 71 Telecaster going to him to do some repair work stuff. He's going to replace the nut with a brass nut that Showman Blues sent me. Thank you again. And installing a 4-way selector switch, custom wiring. So I'm going to have it what they call a Nashville wiring. If you're not familiar, I'm sure on the Fender site they got a few Telecasters that have had the Nashville wiring. And it's something I wanted to do with mine. Just about there, guys. Thanks for being so patient. See how much overlap you do with the tape when you're finished. Sure. Not much to it. Oh, that was too short. Sometimes you mean a dum-dum. Yes, the fretboard gets wider. I think Bruce is just challenging me to see if I can move the camera again without dropping it. At least it's on the power cord now, so you guys might get seasick if I drop it, but it'll be the retrieval. I was out running around, we got home, seeing our metal stage was live, and then Ben was live. Yeah, I was watching our metal stage waiting. As soon as I saw they went live, I thought, well, I'll just go live after them. So I figured we're all the same family. There's no point doing one or the other. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't catch all of it because I was kind of setting up here and stuff, but yeah, how much they covered, like the CEO saying stuff, and then I saw another article, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. What was it? They were laying off people at the Nashville custom shop plant. So we'll see, folks. We will see. So yeah. All right. Remember, I got shaky hands, so I can't really see that. So there you go. It's just random. I'm not really doing anything on the sides of the ends of the frets too much, but there's enough there if I need to. All right, let's give it some slack. Well, yeah, that's turning out pretty good. Grab myself some lemonade. Yeah, the frets are fairly dented, but I don't care. It's more getting that tarnish. Terrible. All right. What's there? Now, what did I do? What did I do? I don't think I'm going to need to do any filing, so we'll just give them a polish. So again, I think I mentioned this, I don't know when I was live at some point, sometime. Don't have to use this brand, but you do want the 4-knot, 4-knot, 40, you know, whomever. So that's what I use. I pick it up at, where do I get mine? Napa Auto Parts. Napa Auto Parts has it. I get it there because I used to work at Napa Auto Parts. And so I still get they hook me up. I think I still, you know, trade price or what have you, they call it. Which is nice. So I just cut off a strip, grab a chunk, just kind of roll it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first fret and the third fret. And that way we can see the second and fourth, and hopefully you guys will see the contrast. Because like you see, you know, I'm not spending a ton of time even on them. And then actually, we'll do every other one here as well. Because these ones at this end were really bad. What we got going on here? Alright, let's see, did you order the kill? Oh, Bruce is asking dry heat if you ordered the kill Tesi Switch. Yeah, the Tesi Switch, those are nice. Yeah, I was seeing that on Johnny's show last night. I was watching a buddy there that has the company, and it just made so much sense on a technical level. As you can see, this little Planet Waves thing, it's pretty sturdy. I like it. Oh yeah, they're coming back. All right, check this out, guys. All right. Let's just undo the power. Flip it around. So as you can see, I did the first and the third. The difference already. You know, just a quick polish. That's all you need to do, and they just come back to life. Like you can see in the second fret, there's that narrow strip right down the center. And that's, you know, we're doing string bends. That's the contact that's clean. The rest just binds. So we come down to this end. Hey, there we go. It allowed me to resume. I'm back. I think we're okay. Oh, we went down to 2 people watching. Oops. Oh, that stinks. Well, I hope they come back. Oh, we're back to 4. Maybe refreshing. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I had the app crash on me after going live last time. It was weird. I don't know what's going on lately with it. So, yeah. Well, awesome. We got 5 people back. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, if it happens again, I'll just type something up in the chat really quick. What app? YouTube app, Johnny. And hey, Johnny. Yeah, I think before we got interrupted, you guys could pretty much see what those frets look like. Sorry if you hear the rattling. The phone's leaning against double pane windows. I just realized I'm just giving her, so why don't I just slow down, take my time, and I won't shake everything up. This is kind of fun. I was gonna do this regardless, right? Day off and all. Yeah, these are pitted. I'm gonna have to borrow Rich's crowning file, and that'll be something I'll do the next time I change the strings on this thing. Wow, that does rattle. So we're not doing that. Slow and steady. Oh, that one totally didn't do the tape right. So I suppose after this we can clean the fretboard. Just had some oatmeal. Of course you did. Johnny Bean. Oatmeal with Ben. That's good. I saw Johnny after you were live last night. You got in some of the practice there, learned some more material for Sunday's show. That's awesome. We actually got some good weather today. I think we're up 8 or 9 degrees Celsius. So what's that? Mid 50s, high 50s, I don't know. I'll take it, you know, February. So like I say, guys, this is totally something you could do yourself. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know how you could really screw it up. You know, just take your time. As I say, it's not rocket surgery. And man, I don't know how many places they charge how much money to do this. It's crazy. And the guitar plays so much better afterwards, of course. Especially doing any kind of string bends. Oh man, these do need a recrown. Unlike most, I find, I don't know about you guys, but when you buy secondhand guitars, it seems like the cheaper the guitar is, quite often, the less it's been played. You know, because it probably wasn't set up right. It was somebody's first guitar. They lost interest because it was too hard to play. But this thing has been played, which I like to see. It's been used. And a little abused, unfortunately, but oh well. Nice thing about doing all this is it's always great when you get ready to get rid of a guitar, folks. Throw some fresh strings on it. Do one of these, you know. Time really doesn't cost you anything if you're doing it yourself. And for, you know, 10, 20 bucks in materials, you're going to easily get that out of the guitar in the final sale. Because it's going to play better, it's going to feel better, and the person's going to want to spend that extra few bucks. You know, sort of like, you know, if it's a $500 guitar, for instance, and a really good one would be worth $5.25. And you don't mind paying the extra 25 or 50 bucks on something if it plays really good. Man, this guy played everywhere on this thing. It's been warm enough here. I got the motorcycle out a few days. Oh, Michael Bishop, right on. Right on. Again, sorry for the rattling and stuff, guys. Hope it isn't shaking the phone too much. Doing this in utter silence. Different if I had a Honey Badger album to play. Excellent advice. Yeah, I see them about, knock up the price a bit, you know, or value. Gonna store them here tonight, the rest of the week. Yes, that's not good, Johnny. Did you get that generator running? Oh, really? Chapman Guitars, dry heat saying will be at select Guitar Center stores. So, yeah, so probably like their Superstore, Megastore, whatever, like, yeah, larger outlets. Then I'd imagine you could probably still get them at any Guitar Center. It's just they'd have to order it from a brother's store. I swear, that's what they gotta do at the local Long and McQuaid around here. Man, they got nothing. Just about there, guys. Just going quicker than I thought. How long have we been going for? Oh, 35 minutes. That's not bad. JJ's House of Jams is in the house. Excellent. Hey, Jaden. And there we go. Awesome. have a ton of little metal bits around some pickups. Should have a magnet. It's a great idea. Wrap a magnet around with some tape around it. That's the best way to get rid of all this stuff. What do we got going on here? Oh yes, yeah. Oh yes, Bruce's garage. That was terrible. That's what vacuums are for later. All right. I could have done this with all this tape as I pull it off. I realize that's a little down now. Hang on. There we go. And more work messages. I swear they only talk when we're live, folks. If I didn't know better, I'd say this almost looks like it's sealed. Like it's got a finish on it. That wouldn't make sense unless it's actually a maple fretboard that's been stained. Oh, that was a lot of tape. Now, the reason I didn't clean the fretboard beforehand, I don't know, you see how dirty that is. I like taping a dirty fretboard because, one, you don't leave as much glue on the fretboard, and I find because it usually comes up with a bunch of dirt. So if anything, you're helping yourself out cleaning the fretboard by taping it when it's still dirty. And these frets turned out okay. Right. Vape break, sponsored by Stinky Canuck. Oh yeah. Not a wire brush, folks. Looks like a wire brush, but it's actually plastic bristles, sort of like a dust brush. They came as part of a steel brush wire brush package, variety pack. And it's more or less just like a toothbrush. And I'd like to get in on both sides of the frets, you know, kind of get all that gunk and mung out of there. Oh yeah, that's a little dirty in there. Definite DNA. All right, so there. Let's grab a fresh shop rag. And I'll put that there. What do I use to clean my fretboards? Well, if I can find it, I will tell you. Where the deuce did I put that? Survey says no. Backpack maybe? Yep. What do I use to clean? Okay, gotta learn some tunes before power goes out. Rock on, everyone, Johnny Bean says. Rock on, Johnny. Thanks for tuning in, stopping in. Yeah, get those tunes learned. This is what I use, folks. Oh, David asks, what type of vape do I have? I have a, what do they call it? Smoke Pro Color. 225 watt. Runs a big baby beast. Man, no sound again. What's wrong with YouTube and this channel? All of you work fine. I don't know. Hang on, since he can't hear us. So yeah, lighter fluid. I use it. I love it because it really evaporates fast. Here, hang on. Just show you here. Fretboard. Ooh, look at that. Quick wipe. Look at that. It's quicker than alcohol, guys. So, yeah, that's why I use light fluid. And an ex-smoker who used, flip that around. Oh, there we go. As an ex-smoker that used a Zippo for a bunch of years, I still have lighter fluid around. Look at all that brown. See, I'm not actually saying stuff to Absolute Mayhem as far as troubleshooting goes, because he's an IT professional. I've seen his computer system. There's got to be something weird going on. Actually, Bruce, you're a mod. Click on him. Make sure there's not something weird checked, you know, like he's been muted or something like that. I'm wondering. If you could check that for me, or anybody else that's got a wrench. I don't know who else has a wrench in here. Who wants a wrench? All right, will do. Thanks, man. Yeah, God, look at that gunk. Nasty. Nasty, I tell you. Filthy. Oh yeah, no, I'm about to do the fun part. Nut replacement. Right. Oh yeah, this fretboard's completely changed color. It's so much lighter now. He looks good. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it's pretty good. Always forget to dust the headstock, not that you guys can see it. There we go. Oh, 8 watching. We got 7 thumbs up. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, fumes. Just while I'm thinking about it, folks, because I do that sometimes. Well, I think I'm just seeing the end of that broken guitar string. So I'm going to want to take care of that. There we go. The culprit. Alright, what's easier, sliding the guitar down or sliding the phone over? This will work just for now. Loose tuners. Always. There's your tuning instability, folks. Make sure those things are snug. No. Just happen to have 2 wrenches in here. That's not 11, that's probably 10 mil, because that's an 11. Huh. Oh well. I got a universal size wrench I can do on those. So, let's get a nut installed, folks. Alright, and did I already lose the old nut? Oh, there it is. Alright. There's a nut. We're going to be installing a Tusk, black Tusk, which is apparently flake and chip resistant, files and polishes easily, environmentally friendly, no grain or soft spots, consistent quality, improved tone, increased harmonics, permanent lubrication. Oh, we all wish we had permanent lubrication. Hopefully I won't have to do 2. Oh yeah, I will. Whew, a lot of material to come off. I had a feeling. Where's my files? So the first thing I'm going to do is clean this out, get rid of the old glue and such. And oh no, I'm not carving in with the blade. I'm keeping it fairly straight up top and just kind of scratching it a bit. Oh, maybe I will. Oh yeah, it's not in there too bad, so don't want to gouge the wood at all, but let's get rid of that old material. File. Just feel a little safer, even something with a squared off end. I don't know how well you can see that, guys, but make sure I can see it in there nice and flush. It's a little, looks like whoever did this nut before didn't know what they were doing. Feel some burrs on the, oh, there goes a little chip off the fretboard end. Not that you'd feel it, but you might as well clean that up. 5 people still tuned in. Hey, he's got sound! Yay! What'd you have to do? That's what I'm curious. All right. One black tusk nut. Now, to show you how much material I have to remove, switch to headset. It does not work through my 5.1 speakers. All right. Where? Let's go to. Yeah, you can see, folks, a little bit of a difference. However, I do see, well, they took a lot of material out of the top. I'm not a big fan. I take out as much as I need to, but not a lot. So I will leave a bit of extra material on the bottom. I won't take it down to the full height because I like to do some shaping around the top as well. But yeah, I'll fit in there nicely. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, look. Oh, yeah. It's thicker this way. So I'll have to take some material off this end as well as the bottom. How do we do that? I just use some sandpaper, folks. I'll just do it up on here for now so you can see it. Ooh, I can smell that. And just with that quick run, you can see it actually, I like the fact it kind of scuffs out. It's better for the glue to adhere to, you know, rather than that glossy finish. Ooh. That's a lot of material there. Getting there. Not going to take too much off the surface that's going to sit against the fretboard, because I realized too, as I take material off the bottom, because of the shape of it, it is going to get ever so narrower. So we'll just work more on the bottom area, and we'll just, I was hoping I wouldn't have to take off too much material, just because you guys get to hear this. Oh, cool. Yes, I know, action-packed stuff, but you guys are all a bunch of guitar nerds, so you love this stuff as much as I do, I know. And sure, we got some people popping in and out, you know, people at work and such, and people that have the day off, and people that work from home. I appreciate all you tuning in. See how that's going to go. Just keep going back and forth. Oh, this nut is a hair longer. Oh, terrible. Oh well, it'll still work. Jeez, I almost wish I had some, if I got anything higher grit. Okay, there we go. Speed up this process a bit. Bruce is saying every time I hear the company name Tusk, I think of Fleetwood Mac's song Tusk. Yeah. Oh, she's fitting in now. Fitting in now. By Jove, we've got it. Should have just used the higher grit to begin with. All right. So one thing I may not do today is actually cut these too much in the slots themselves because I don't have all the correct files for that. So I may just leave that for Mr. Shanahan to do. Let's get this nut glued in. Just want to figure out my plan of attack here, folks. So just realized I'd like to have some string tension on the guitar, so I'll have to do some string up as well. And before I do that, we'll give the guitar a quick cleaning. I don't know if you can hear a strumming in the background at all of an acoustic guitar. I believe that's my little 3-year-old. I think she's 3, maybe, if she's even 3 yet. Yeah, I guess she is 3. Maybe yeah, or just turning 3 in March, something like that. Strumming away on the old Framus guitar. Yes, one of the cheap ones from back in the day, not one of the super expensive nice ones nowadays. What do we got here? It's like I was on vacation for a few months and I got used to it. My badge. Oh, you retired 10 years ago. Awesome, awesome. So I'm going to put the file back in here, so that means I will need it again. The glue I'm going to use today is just some Carpenter's glue. Transparent when dry, can be sanded and painted, bonds in 30 minutes. Not much, but just a little. And the strings we're going to use today. Yeah, that's what strings cost in Canada, guys. Now remember, that's in Canadian dollars, but $10 a pack, which would be about $7.50, $8 a pack for Americans with the dollar conversion rate. They're the only pack of strings I could find handy. So guess what? This thing's getting 10s. All right, they color coordinate. God, I hate single packs of strings, guys. I like doing little math and stuff. Our vapor corrosion inhibitor keeps your strings factory fresh. Well, isn't that work? Yeah, and they're really. I want to curse. Well, I guess they are. Okay. Oh, that's 2. That's 2. Oh, man. Is that checkerboard? Brass. Black and green was the middle 2. must be it right there. Yeah, this should be fun. Try to prep as much as I can in advance. So, Richie was taught, we were debating this the other night, he likes to put the glue on the bottom of the nut. And I've read and stuff where people like to put it on the surface that meets the fretboard. Well, today, and I am putting very little on here, guys, like just a dab on each surface. There we go. Just a skim coat. Wonder how I'm going to center it. Well, that's quite simple. String tension. There's a high spot there, so I'll just compensate with a touch of glue. All right, now let's get a string on here. Oh, tight, man. Is that terrible? Now, as the glue setting, Ben remembers. Tighten those tuners. Oh, wow. Like, really, I shouldn't be able to go full turn. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're an hour in. How crazy is this, guys? Like, these things aren't even remotely tight. Seven thumbs ups. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Well, that one's not even. It's snug. Are you kidding me? Oh well. Maybe that's why this thing was priced so cheap, because somebody can keep it in tune. Meanwhile, if you spent 5 minutes. Like, come on, guys. They're not even finger tight. Well, this is not going to work. Well, maybe it will. That's entirely too much. You wipe away the excess without pushing the nut back out of place, right? There we go. All right, now we'll get some strings going here. Thank you for bearing with me. Hey, Simon Williams is in the house. Hey, Simon. Yeah. just keep that bridge the same way for now. Save us a lot of work. I just realized we're already an hour into this. I'm sure you guys don't want to. Yeah. No, I'm sure you guys don't need to be on here for 2+ hours or something crazy like that. All right. Seriously, folks, stop messaging. And then people will ask, how many wines? It's still loose inside there. Piss poor design, folks. I get away with as few as possible, folks. Oh man, come on, nut. Oh yeah, it's gonna keep pulling that out. This should be fun. String winder. Oh, okay, yeah, I lost the string winder. Perfect. Let's make my job a lot easier. Bloody strings. But normally, yeah, I like as little as possible. Little as possible. And as I do it, as you can see, I like to keep a bit of pressure on the string. So it starts to wind. There we are. Do some extra winds. I didn't really measure that one out, but it's not like I'm gigging with this thing. That'll put tension on there. The problem with the wound strings is it wants to pull the nut back. Now, I'm sure this is not the proper way to do this, folks, but it should work. Absolutely. Should work. And I might as well put some more strings on while that sets up. What do we got here? Is that for me? Sandbags are good, cheap and portable, right? Oh, yes. Okay. But rain, rain, go away. Where is the hole? Very, very resonant. And I just realized how much dead air there is. And that's why we just dropped a bunch of people, I'm guessing. Yeah, well. I never said this was going to be action-packed and exciting. It's just a hangout while we do some work on the guitar. Oh well. Maybe they had something to do. Maybe they had somewhere to go. Trying to, as I tighten especially the wound strings, doing it without any pressure on the nut. There's a slight gap in there. Oh well. Wasn't fitting too well anyways, because I'm not using a cheap piece of junk nut. I actually put a decent nut on it. Talking about that portable wall. Alright, cool. Not a problem, Simon. Simon's just apologizing for taking over the broadcast, talking about flood damage and such. Nope, no worries, buddy. No worries at all. Well, we're all about helping out each other here, right? Oh, my throat's getting raw. Not really doing much of a cleanup on this thing. Don't care too much. Just kind of bought it to have it, as they say. Glorified wall hanger, if you want to call it that. I don't know. So why are you putting a new nut into it? Because if I feel like playing it, I want to play it, and I want to play nice. Right? Mr. Bruce asks, Ben, are those 9s you're putting on? No, sir. You must have been looking down. These are nickel wound D'Addario XL 10 through 46. The reason being, chances are, if I use this thing at all to gig with, we'll see. I'll probably just use it instead of my J Tercer. Play slide on REM's Man on the Moon, so to be tuned to open F sharp, which I think that'd be kind of funny, playing a BC Rich Mockingbird to REM. And I usually top wrap my strings on tunematic bridges, but especially on the cheaper bridges, it really mars up the tailpiece. Well, I don't really care about that, but I also didn't feel like cutting string ball ends off another set of strings, because if you don't know, Top wrap 101. Top wrap is when you feed the string in this way into your tailpiece, wrap it around the back, and then over the bridge. What you'll have is where the extra wrap is for the ball end can dig into your hand even. So you just take a set of balls off your old strings, just slide them over top of this, which just chokes the string back a little bit, and it takes care of that issue. Learned that from, well, I've heard it from several people, but the first time I had heard about doing it was Joe Bonamasso's guitar tech was saying he does that on all of Joe's guitars. And I thought, well, that's a nifty idea. I'm going to try that. It's not too bad. Well, that's high. Those ones will definitely have to come down. So there we go, we got that taken care of. It's settling in nicely. And just looking, these are pretty much all like a wind and a half. All I ever do. Of course, when the strings stretch, they'll get a little extra wind on them. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Mike Hickey is Bonamassa guitar tech, Simon Williams says. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy, knows his stuff. Man, wouldn't that be a nice job? Just, you know, doing all the regular guitar tech stuff, except you get to do it on a whole bunch of classic guitars. That'd be quite awesome. All right. Looking here, that's still setting up. Thanks, man, for saying I did a good job. Well, you know, just kind of doing my thing. Oh, I suppose we can ballpark the intonation for the nation, because I noticed all these are up, so you know that's not intonated correctly. And by I mean, yeah, all the saddles are all the way forward in the bridge. What do we look at? Well, that's an hour and 20 minutes. Not bad, with one brief hiccup where I decided to go offline. Oh, knock on wood. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. I wonder if I can check the neck. That's what I was thinking. So, obviously you've seen the guys, they have like the straight edge with the notches in it, so it goes in between the fretboard to check. Well, you can have high frets, so it's not a good idea to just use a straight edge type thing. But I need something longer, first of all. I can't just eyeball a straight neck because my eyesight isn't the best. Is that long enough? Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Actually, there's one thing I could do is adjust the action. I could come down a bit. And when it comes to adjusting action, I just eyeball it, guys. So I just gave the bridge an 1/8 of the turn, and that's what I find I'll do. I'll just play it lower, bring it up as needed. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. You know, who cares if you make 10 adjustments or 20 adjustments? Oops. Thanks, Dry Heat. Yeah, I did forget to oil the fingerboard. I can't believe I forgot that. No, I don't refrain from it, and I really meant to do it because who knows the last time this one was done. I cleaned it. Alright, so normally when I do, guess I'm doing that next string change, guys. Dunlop 65 lemon oil, that's what I use. Dab it on, wipe it, let it absorb, do it again. And I suppose I can't really adjust the action too much until I get the nut action corrected. But let's tune it up to, as Dave from Dave's World of Fun Stuff says, let's tune it to bitch and see where we're at. Can you loosen the strings and do it? Yeah, I suppose I could. Let's see what we can get away with. See, it's good to do this live. Have you guys giving me advice. Finger ease, yeah. The net is setting, but yeah. Worst case, pop the nut out, put it back in. No big deal. No big deal. Fortunately, with the wide stance of this headstock, we're going to get lucky, and strings are all kind of staying out of the way here. Just need to figure out how to keep them away. This might work. So I'm sure doing it live is a bit distracting. You may have forgot the oil stuff. Yeah. So what I got here is just a little thing of waters, and I'm just setting it between the pickups. Oh, and that worked out. Check this out, guys. Stuck that in between, and it keeps all the strings right off the fretboard. Oh, awesome. What was that sign? Someone says getting something wrong and knowing what to do to fix from where you are is really useful. Yeah. All right. Like, where to put the bloody lemon oil? Yeah, let's grab another shop rag. These things are awfully linty, but they're nice and absorbent too. Had to walk away for a few, or I would have asked sooner. Ah, okay, well, let's just blame dry heat then. And I'm just giving it a slight squeeze so it just comes out a little quicker. And some people say one of these bottles will last you 10 years. Yeah, that may be true, but I use it pretty liberally because I've noticed, oh yeah, now it's coming out nicely. I've noticed when I've been doing it, it's been on a lot of guitars for the first time, you know. My previous owner never bothered doing this. Try to get up to the nut without actually going in there. There we go. Yeah, I'd rather wipe away, you know, excess than not have enough in the first place. I'm getting a little hungry. Random Thoughts by Ben Coombs. There we go. It's hard to get in some of these. I want to just get enough product in there that I can spread it around, you know. There. You can see here, it's very wet, so. So how much dirt are we going to pull out again, right? Thank you again, Dry Heat. Actually, now the more I think about it, when I gave it the good cleaning with the lighter fluid, that does you know, pull out moisture to a certain extent too, I think. So it's good that we're doing this. Oh, it's not too bad. Rattle, rattle, rattle as the strings all hit there. Oh, we just lemon oil the pickup. Oh well. This thing's definitely going to play faster, that's for sure. Get rid of all that friction. Nice. Actually, that turned out quite well. All right. And again, just as I'm tightening up most of the strings, I'm pulling them out of the slot for as long as possible, just so you don't run the risk of pulling the nut back. Oh, I just shifted the whole nut. Really? Because I'm dumb and... Yeah, I did all the tension on one side. Oh, yay. Well, folks, there we are. Isn't that just wonderful? Just look down and the whole thing was shifted over basically one whole deal. Now, I'm going to cheat a bit here. What I'm doing is I'm going to leave a little surface of the wood glue on there and in there. Because it's a quote-unquote poorer bond than other glues, which apparently I left at work. Are you kidding me? Oh no, there it is. Gorilla Glue. Just a couple of drops. But like I say, I don't mind using it because I'm going to leave some of the wood glue in place. Yeah, like if you're going to set your nut, Simon, don't tighten your strings all on one side. Do it evenly so that way, because they pull away from each other. Yeah, that nut will never come off again. Yeah, but I'll show you. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it here, but like that's it. Just 2 little drops. You can see that. Yes, that's why just a couple little drops. Oh, you can smell that, that's for sure. So what we'll do is get some basic tension on. No. Let's do the outside strings again because they're pretty much straight on. Duh. Fun stuff, fun stuff. I wonder if I'm smelling lemonade and glue. And it's because I'm trying to do 3 things at once, right, guys? Do all replacement nuts come slotted? Good question, Dry Heat. No. I was actually watching a video this morning, a brass nut that was cut right from scratch. Like it was just a chunk of metal. Aw, are you kidding me? Oh, come on. You know what? We're gonna leave the tension off, guys. What's the culprit? Something is pulling that over. Oh, it's that. There we go. The E string in the bloody A slot. Isn't this fun, kids? So I'm only putting tension on the 2 outside strings. And even then it's just mild tension. It has no tension. Oh, wow, that's impressive. Somehow I've wrapped the strings around each other in my haste. Aren't you glad this is me and not you? Just let that sit for a moment. Yes, I was going to start with the G string, but I realized there was such a break, so I'm just using the outside strings because they're pretty much straight on. And we'll just let that sit for a few minutes. Are you better off leaving the string slack while the glue sets? Yeah, but with the super glue, it doesn't take long at all. I have a feeling I'll end up. Wow, that one's impressive. There we go. I have a feeling I'll be resetting it again later, folks. So I'm just going to slowly build up tension. So as we're hanging out, we're not just sitting here waiting. Listen, thinking of that Tom Petty song, right? Waiting's the hardest part. Tension on that one. Oh, Garbage Man's here. Or food product Garbage Man. Sure, as most of you know, you have your garbage, you got your recycling, and then we also have a program around here for food waste. Alright, did I miss anything? You need to see if you can find locking tuners for your PRS SE. What kind of tuners are currently on it? Seems like every company that makes tuners seems to have locking versions. So like, you know, Grovers get locking Grovers. I don't know. Yeah, StewMac has everything. All right, intonation for the nation, as Dave would say. So I'm just going to tune it up a step below for now. Just watch how that nut behaves. I'm listening for any clicks and creaks, and that just tells me how much work I'll have to do in the slot itself. That one just creaked a touch. So like I say, I'm just bringing up everything roughly step below. Do math. Oh, that's already up. That one's actually too high. And now I'm going to bring it up to pitch. And I'm just using one of those clip-on snark tuners. I just realized off shot. And there we go. Oh yeah, way sharp. Simon Williams says, Ben, we have recycling for plastics, metal, food, garden, paper, and cardboard every week. Yep, exactly. Exactly. So, I got asked about intonation, checking intonation. It's been a debate. Some people will, you know, there's E, harmonic, there's E, that's your intonation. Other people, and then also press down at the 12th fret. That's the way I do it, because I don't do harmonics like that very often, right? But I will fret chords up here. And for me to fret a chord and it to stay in tune, I need to intonate pressing down on the 12th fret. That's the same message. And that is way sharp, so we need to lengthen the distance. That's a little slotty screwdriver. Let's see if I got one of them around. Ooh, would this work? Little teeny tiny. And you should back off the strings, but I never do. I just let it force it. Still a little high. So we're just moving the bridge closer to, or the saddle closer to the tailpiece because it's sharp, which we had a feeling considering somebody put these saddles all the way forward. Why people do that? I see that all the time in repair videos. And it continues. Can you move the camera so we can see? Oh, sure. Sorry. Slide this down. I am not starting from scratch. There we go. You don't really need to see the headstock. It's just a snort clip-on tuner. So I think you guys can see that. Hello. We have a visitor, folks. Hi. We're working on guitars. There we go, folks. Just lost my little stand. But this is my #1 fan. This is my little niece, Sam. Say hi to everybody, Sam.
Hi.
You on your way home now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Gonna go grab mommy?
Yeah.
We got Mr. Bruce says, hello, Sam. Yeah. Well, we better get back to the repair, right?
Right.
Right. Get that guitar playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're going to do that. Simon Williams says, hi, Sam.
You're popular.
You're popular. Oh.
Bye, Uncle Ben.
Bye.
I had fun being on TV.
Yeah.
You had fun being on TV. Oh, that's good. That's my niece. She was the one that was playing around on the guitar earlier. All right, can you see that okay? If not, actually, you know what? We can raise this up a bit. There. Yep, still a little sharp. So we just adjust the screw back here, move that saddle back. And it's pretty much getting back to center. Imagine that, Bruce. And I'm already that close, I might as well. I was going to say good enough for government work, but you know what? We might as well set it right up, right? It's just the way I'm pressing too. Might be pressing a bit hard. It's one of the reasons I don't like jumbo frets, folks. I like small frets. Yes. Moving the saddle back, you're increasing the overall length of the string. So, because in theory, 12th is halfway, and if this saddle's too far forward, you're coming more than half. So it's going to be sharp as a result. There we go. It's still a touch, but also I still got to grind away in here too and stuff, so. Wow, that one's almost straight on. Still all the way forward. There. Touch more. I think I'm pressing a little hard. So I'm doing it where it's just, you know, one, you know, everyone's seen a snark tuner. I'm just going like that one little bit over sharp. Imagine that, all these saddles that are completely forward need to come back. Surprise, surprise, surprise. It's a little stiff. So just take off some of that string tension. Might as well give it a few turns because they all seem to take a few turns. A little more on that one. There. Missing anything here? I always feel doing work on my guitar myself makes my guitar closer to me, build rapport, if you will. Mr. Bruce says, yeah, I agree. And Son William says, I've never done any work before, but this is inspiring me to start at least. Well, Simon, I don't know if you had caught it before, but I did a segment on Canucks with Guitars one night. Why everybody should buy a $60 guitar. And it's to learn how to do all this stuff, basically. You know, spend 50, 60 bucks on a guitar, you know, which is not much money. And, you know, you don't want to learn how to file frets on your Gibson Les Paul. You want to learn on that cheap little knockoff. And then you can transfer it to your nicer guitars once you're up and running. That one's way sharp. I know that one's gonna get about 5 turns. Hopefully I won't have to take the saddle out and turn it around. Which, yeah, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but if we look closely at the saddles, you will see cut on a diagonal. Like these ones are facing forward, these ones are facing back. If you run out of adjustability, say moving one of these back that's leaning forward, you just flip the block around and you have the width of that block again for adjustment. So there we are. I already know that it's not going to be enough. Some more. Oh, now it's moving nice. A little more. Like I say, folks, it's not rocket surgery, right? Almost there. A little more. That one was actually great. Well, awesome. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Thanks everyone that stuck this out with us. How long have we been going here? Woo, coming up on 2 hours. Let's double check that tuning here. Oh, I gotta cut that nut down. I'm pulling it out. It's still out just a touch. But you guys got the basics of it. I could do a little fine tuning and this and that. We didn't really check the neck straightness, but it plays nice. And yeah, that's kind of it, guys. We got, what do we got here? We put that nut in. Like I said, it still needs some filing and stuff like that. But I don't have nut files. Clean the back of the neck. Yes. I'm sure that's going to be great for the strings. What do we do for the back of the neck? We should have done it when it was still all taped up. I cut me off another strip of the old steel wool. And yeah, well, first of all, we'll look. Oh. Let's see how, I don't know if you guys can see how glossy that is. There. Flip the camera around. Yeah, it's a very glossy neck. We're gonna fix that. Need a nap, Bruce? Alright, well, I understand that. We'll just quickly wrap this up here. We'll just do a quick little, how about we flip it back around so you can see what we're doing. There we go. How about we slide this over a bit? There we go. And steel wool. Now, I'm not looking to take all the finish off. I'm just looking to dull the finish. And, you know, you get those little nicks and scrapes and such. So you're kind of smoothing them out. Not by any extreme level. But I don't know if you can see that compared to that side. You got a nice little bit of clear coat coming off there. Just about there. And there we go. All right, so one more time. You can see the amount of gloss still done kind of down here. And then as we move down, it dulls out the way I like it. So there you have it, folks. Well, guitar maintenance with me. I see we're down to 3 people watching. I know it's been a bit of a marathon, folks, but I appreciate you sticking in there. So I'm gonna wrap things up. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat. What time is it anyways? Oh yeah, we've been going for 2 hours, so yeah, there it is. We did some fret polishing, we cleaned the fretboard, we replaced the nut, we restrung it, we checked the intonation. You see how I like to smooth out the back of my necks. That seems to be holding in place. Richie already did the output jack. I just need to, yeah, just carve that down a bit. And that should do it. But that, you know, I could mess with that for another 2 hours. So. Thanks for this video. It was fun, Bruce says. Well, I appreciate you tuning in, Bruce. So, if you guys have any other questions, ask away. If not, we'll start wrapping things up. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, Dry Heat 480 says. You too, buddy. So yeah, there we have it. Any other questions? Give you guys some time to type there in case you are. Not everyone's a super fast typist. I get that. So I'm just going to throw this out. Yeah, walking off camera yet again. Really cool. Thanks, Ben. You're more than welcome, Simon. More than welcome, my friend. Like I say, I'm no expert in it. We get by. Richie is more the trained luthier than myself. I just, you know, stuff I picked up over the years, right? So until then, oh yeah, we still got we got that contest going on for a bunch of Fender brochure catalogs. If you're interested, just comment on any of the previously posted videos. Just say I want the brochures, I want the catalog, something like that. Your name goes into the draw, and then we'll choose a winner in a few weeks. I'm not sure exactly when. Just see how it goes. And then, yeah, other than that, make sure to tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern if you're around for Connects with Guitars, the big weekly show. Talk about various things, you know, we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll just kind of improv the whole thing, who knows. And yeah, other than that, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Hopefully you learned something, or, you know, you see what not to do. So yeah, that was my first nut replacement from scratch, and it's just about done. So until next time, folks, have yourself a good, safe day. Be nice to each other, be peaceful and loveful, and till then, rock on. We'll see you soon, folks. Cheers.